Rita Hayworth was born in 1918 and passed away in 1987. She appeared in a total of 61 films and achieved fame in the 1940s as one of the era's top stars. For this video, I decided to try a little something different. I decided to put my list of products that I'm using up in that top left corner for you. So what I did to start was I parted out her hair, so I parted from ear to ear, and then I'm going to take about 1-inch sections in the back and start at the very bottom and work my way up, taking small sections as I go, using my Chi thermal spray and my 3/4 of an inch curling iron. I'm going to wrap that around and hold it until it's hot, and then release, and then continue in the same pattern up the back of the head. Okay, we're going to move on to the sides, and we're curling in the same kind of pattern. So taking 1-inch sections and then smaller sections, wrapping around until hot, and then releasing, and working all the way up to the top. And I try to keep my curls kind of going in the same direction. Alright, we're going to go ahead and move on to makeup, and I will go step by step with what I use. So first we're going to apply foundation, and I applied this all over Kara's face to soften it up and to give a good coverage. Alright, and then I also used a color corrector because she gets a little red within her cheeks and nose, and that was to just create a nice soft base. Next we filled in her eyebrows with my Maybelline brow eye pencil, and then I also added a little red later, which I actually forgot to show you guys on here, just since she's got lovely red hair. And we kept her nice arched brows since she's got a great shape. Then I applied eyeshadow primer just so that our eyeshadow would stay and be creaseless and just be nice and smooth. Next I went in with my Moonstone eyeshadow, which is a nice bright white eyeshadow, and I applied it to the corners of her eyes and up into the lid just a little bit, and then I also used it underneath the eyebrow to accentuate that brow. Next I went in with my Raven eyeshadow, which is a black eyeshadow, and we decided to go for a really smoky eye. And so we really applied it and then blended it out. And with this eyeshadow I love it because I can actually build it, so I can add some and then add a little more and add a little more to get that look we're looking for. And then I also added a little bit underneath of her eye to continue that smoky eye look. Next, I decided to add a little green shadow last minute. She's got gorgeous green eyes, and so I wanted to accentuate that feature. And now on to liquid eyeliner, which by the way is ridiculously hard to apply on somebody else when you're not used to it. And so we did our best. We decided to keep it kind of close to her eyelid, or excuse me, her eyelash line. We didn't want to go too exaggerated since we had the nice eyeshadow going on. Alright, now on to mascara. Kara has gorgeous long eyelashes. We were going to apply fake lashes, as you can see by the glue on my hand. But then after I started applying the mascara, I realized her eyelashes are ridiculously long. And so she doesn't need false lashes. She's got them. She was blessed with them. Next Next, I added the dark pink blush in my Katherine Cosmetics palette, just to give her nice rosy cheeks. Also from that same palette, I used the highlighter just along her cheekbone. Next, I went ahead and set everything with my setting powder just to keep everything in place, and so that, you know, we didn't have any extra shine. For lip color, we decided to do my Fly Girl lip color by Lip Sense, and so I applied 3 coats of this and then let it dry. And then afterwards, after it dried, we did the Glossy Gloss, also by Lip Sense. Now on to the hair. So we're going to use my Lady Luck pomade, my Spray and Play by Big Sexy Hair, and probably my Denman brush and my comb and my fingers, because our fingers are our best tool. So first what I did was I went through with my fingers just to break it up and make sure there was no snarls or tangles. And now I'm going in with my Denman brush to start forming those waves. As you can see, you can already start seeing them form just by the first initial couple brushes. I always follow with my hand to form and shape and mold. And then again, keep on brushing. It's one of those things that the more you brush, the better it starts to look. At this point, I decided to go ahead and move on to my comb, because sometimes I find that the fine tooth side of my comb gives me more shape and more uniformity. So I used my spray bottle, or my hairspray, and actually used the bottle to continue molding it in as well. A tool you never knew you had. And there you have the waves in the back. Now we're going to move on to the front. We're going to do the same process. I combed through it with my fingers. Now we're going to comb through it with the comb and continue to shape and mold and move where you need to. And also trying to marry them into the back. And again, spray, use your bottle to press into that ridge to smooth it all down. And also on the other side. This side decided to give us a little trouble, but we made it work. Her hair is gorgeous, and it does exactly what I wanted it to do, which is always a good thing. And so this side decided it didn't really want to, it kept wanting to separate, so I ended up back combing a little bit for here for lift, and then down below to hopefully bring it together. And again, it's a lot of shaping, molding, being patient with it, figuring out where the hair wants to go and where it doesn't want to go. And I haven't shown it, but I actually used Lady Luck pomade throughout the hair to give it that nice shine, and it's on my hand still as I'm working through it. I love that product just for continuing purposes of molding and shaping. Little side view. And there's our finished product. Nice 1940s Rita Hayworth waves. For days.
I'd be okay if it like migrates in eyebrows. We're all hobbits. No one talks about it. we just move our toner to our eyebrows. Ew! Scratch that. Terrible idea. Dig it in. Oh, that's going in the video. Oh, awesome. Look at outtake. It's getting real. Conversation that happened that you don't hear about. Oh, please do. No, I'm straight up. I'm down. You are free to use whatever footage you want. I have no shame.
I love it. I love it.